Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody, to A Queens Roundtable Quarterly Symposium. This one is honoring mom bosses and CEOs and founders across the globe. Okay? Month of May, right? We got to honor our mothers, and especially those mothers in business, because you guys are juggling so many different hats. And I have to take my hat off. I have to commend all of you for having your own business and actually raising a family, or having children, or being married, working your full-time jobs, and juggling all of the balls and not letting them drop one time. All right. Now, for those of you that don't know, my name is Jacqueline Cabot Harrison, and I am a confidence and success coach. I am also your host for A Queens Roundtable Quarterly Symposium, as well as A Queens Roundtable TV show, which happens every second and fourth Sunday of the month at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am also an author, a speaker, and a clinician. And this particular forum or platform, the Roundtable Symposium, is catered towards female entrepreneurs, helping you all get the most out of, or the best personal, professional, and leadership development, allowing you to not only, better yourselves, but to scale your business, right? Or businesses. So tonight we have another amazing entrepreneur, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. So I hope you all are ready, because she's going to bring it. So I hope you have your pen and your pad. You're in a nice, quiet place. And I also want to say, for those of you that may be watching from my timeline on Facebook, go ahead and jump into the Facebook group. Okay. Once you register, or even if you haven't registered, register, number one, and number two, jump into the Facebook group. That way you'll have access to the replays, you have access to the panels, as well as access to the entertainment. So without further ado, I'm going to let my special guest take it away. All right, everyone, I'll talk to you after this segment.
I am super excited to be able to share with the Queen's Roundtable. Thank you, Jacqueline, for allowing me to speak to and address the mom bosses that are tuning in. And if you happen to catch the replay, if you know someone, the speakers have been dynamic, by the way. If you know someone that could benefit from this information, please share the link with them. There are still more speakers to come, and so much good information, and you want to be able to go back to it. So who am I? I am Dr. Lisa T. Lewis, the Belief System Boss. I have spent over 30 years helping single moms, career-oriented single mothers, to provide abundantly and effortlessly for their families so that they can successfully achieve both their personal and professional goals without what? Stress or guilt. And I'm super excited to jump into my topic, which is Belief System Boss Tools, how to perpetually succeed. I'm talking about being able to put success on rinse and repeat. I am a Swiftie, and if you don't know what that is a Taylor Swift fan. I enjoy her music, but I enjoy her business acumen as well, right? I love women bosses that are getting the thing done. I watched her special on Netflix called Americana, the documentary. And she said in her documentary that she had to deconstruct an entire belief system when she realized that although she had been achieving a certain level of success in her career, she realized she wanted more. She wanted something different, right? But the belief system that she had to get her where she was, she had to deconstruct that thing in order to get her to the next level. As a ordained clergy person also, I default to scripture as well. So regardless, this is not going to be a religious talk, right? But regardless of your faith, I like to share mine and what helps encourage me in this belief system boss journey. In Joshua 1 and 8, the New Living Translation, it talks about studying the book of instruction continually, meditating on it day and night, so that you'll be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do. And I share that verse with you because it has helped encourage me to know that it is by divine design that we succeed in all that we do. Doesn't mean that we won't have bumps in the road. Doesn't mean that we won't have obstacles or face closed doors, or guess what? Hear a no every now and again. That doesn't mean that we won't succeed and that everything is not working out for our good, because it is. What is a belief system? A belief system is an ideology, as a set of principles that help us to interpret our everyday reality. You know, this could be in the form of religion, political affiliation, philosophy, or spirituality, among other things, right? It is what influences us on how we see life and how we experience life. Just like I have on these spectacles here, these glasses that help my vision see a little bit better. Our belief system is just that. It helps us. It's the lens by which we function and we do everything and we interpret our reality. So guess what? If we don't like the reality that we are experiencing, we need to check our belief system and make a shift in that. And I'm going to talk about those tools today. The reason why I'm so inclined and my heart just aches and desires to help career-oriented single moms is because that's what I am. And I've been for a long time. In the beginning, starting off as a single mother to one, I had big dreams, right? Big dreams for my daughter. I wanted to be able to send her to sleepaway camp and dance classes, modeling, vacations, all the stuff that we want to do for our kids, right? That was my belief system. But I was working in an environment where the individual that was my supervisor, who was a woman who I looked up to and admired tremendously, she shared with me that she thought I was, wait for it, over ambitious and over enthusiastic, and that I needed to slow down because when she was my age, she was still a secretary. Nothing wrong with being a secretary, but I had my eye on her office. I had my eye on the corner suite, the executive suite. I wanted to be the one in the seat making the decisions. But when she said that to me, oh my gracious, did that deconstruct my belief system that I was going to successfully get promoted up the corporate ladder to be in the position to make decisions? That didn't happen. I allowed what she thought, her belief system, to influence my belief system, and I stalled. I stopped pursuing my goal. But then it was a year later, my income hadn't increased, but my daughter still needed things that what cost money. And I had nobody to blame but myself, because I allowed someone else's belief system projected on me to infiltrate my mind, to infiltrate what I thought about me and what I could accomplish. But I had to defeat that, right? I had to take that down. So that is why belief system is key and so important to being able to perpetually succeed, being able to accomplish what it is that you desire, that you want to do, your goals, your life's vision that you want to do. Guess what? Today, I am a boss. What? On all fronts. It's my BS. It's my belief system, and I own it. But I only became a boss across the board in my personal life, in my professional life, in my career, in my business, only after I let go of what society, culture, religion, and any other naysayers believe. And I know you're thinking not religion and naysayers. Yeah, but if I stayed in my role in a woman's place that sometimes is traditionally talked about, but I made a decision, right? I made a determination that what I believe and what my system of belief is going to be, and I went for it and making it happen and able to put success on rinse and repeat. Be that writing another book. Speaking of that, I mean, anytime my mom told me just this past weekend, Lisa, I'm waiting for your next book, being able to write books, be a mom, climb the corporate ladder, and launch a successful business. I'm telling you, it's all about the BS, the belief system. And the other point I wanted to let you know is why today is the best day to start looking at your belief system is because tomorrow's not promised. All we have is today. Tomorrow is a memory. Yesterday is a memory. Tomorrow is not promised. All we have is today. So there are several steps that I take my clients through in terms of the belief system, the tools that I give them, right? And the wonderful thing about tools is that I don't know if you have a tool chest, but I do. In a tool chest, there are all kinds of implements, be it a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, an Allen wrench, so on and so forth. But the beautiful thing is these tools can stand alone. And what I want to share with you today is about redefining your belief system. To redefine and what success is to you, right? Redefine means to define something again or differently, according to dictionary.com. So, in order to be able to put success on rinse and repeat and to revise your belief system is to redefine what does success look like for you? What does success feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? Because what success is for me may not be the same thing for you, right? So redefining what success is and knowing what it is. So for example, earlier on, as I mentioned, as a single mom and raising my daughter, it was sleepaway camps and things like that. But now, 2 kids later, right? They are grown, they are off, they have flown the nest and doing their own thing. So redefining what success looks like for me now is not about getting a pair of red bottoms. I'm working on a pair of no bottoms. And what do no bottom shoes mean? Meaning I can be in flip-flops with my feet propped up on the beach because the business is going well. It's location independent. Income is rolling in and I'm able to relax, do self-care, take care of myself and take care of my family, build wealth, continue to build wealth actually, and generational wealth. And looking forward to when my children get married. And I'm a Gigi and I have grandkids of my own. But redefining what is success for you. Is it material things? There's nothing wrong with that. Is it a car? Is it a house? Is it a job? Is it a career? Your belief system is the foundation and lets you know, hey, in order to get the career, what do you need to do? Who do you need to partner with? What kind of training do you need to attend? Like the Queen's Roundtable, partnering with individuals, like-minded individuals, redefining what success is for you. Is it spiritual? Is it emotional? Whatever it is, success is for you. That's how you pursue it. That's what you focus on. Just like with Taylor Swift and making a shift in her career, just like with me and defining what success looked like for me and realizing that my manager who had the mindset that when she was my age, because this was back when I was in my early 20s, when she was my age, she was still a secretary, right? But when she was my age, she wasn't a single mom either, right? She wasn't concerned about keeping a roof overhead and food on the table and clothes and all that sort of thing. But I was, so I was in a different place. and allowing myself to position myself in the liberty and the freedom to pursue what success was for me. What does success look like for you? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? What does your business look like? What does your home look like? Look at your belief system. How has it served you up until this point in time? And I grant you the permission to redefine what your belief system is so that it can serve you better. I give you permission to redefine what success looks like for you. Yes, the liberty and the freedom to do what works for you. Working with coaches like myself, clinicians like Jacqueline, we are here to help you along in your journey, but we help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve for yourself. That's what we do. I have coaches myself. I have those that mentor me as well. And I'm available to help you also, as I have clients in the past. You can visit my website at drlisatLewis.com, and the information is there. But I just wanted to stop in. That's why I'm just super excited to be able to share with you why your belief system is key, because it is the foundation and the lens by which you take action. And why today is the best day to start is because tomorrow's not promised and yesterday is a memory. And how do you put success on rinse and repeat? One of the tools is you redefine what success is for you, and you pursue that thing. Don't be influenced by other folks' opinions and ideas of what you should be pursuing, but go for the goal for what it means for you. So that's all I have for you this evening. Thank you so much. For listening in. And as I mentioned, please sign up and share this information with others, because the speakers have been dynamic. They have been amazing. So Jacqueline, I think she's going to come back in and take us out.
Yes. Woo, I decided at the last minute I had to go grab a water because my throat got so dry. But anyway, that was awesome. Okay, so the BS system. So, you know what? Let me ask you this, Lisa. Mm-hmm. What made you zero in on the belief system? I mean, so let me ask a couple of questions and you can decide how you want to answer and which way you want to go with it. Was it something in particular that led you down this path? Or did you find that, or did you start out maybe doing something else or focusing on something else? And as you began to deal with different clients, you was like, whoa, this is something that I really need to do. Like, how did it come about?
So it started with me, because it started with me. I had an idea of what I wanted to do, right? And I felt like that I'm of the mindset that all things are possible. That if it comes to my mind, if it comes in my heart, that I believe that that's my calling and my purpose, that it's possible to achieve. But I came in contact with individuals that asked me, well, who do you think you are? Why do you think you could do that? You know, you're a woman, you're Black, you're a single mom. They gave me so many reasons why they felt as though I could not be a success. And I could not accomplish the things that I had in my heart and in my mind to do. And I learned that it came down to my belief system. And in each stage, when I wanted another promotion or starting the business, anytime I was making a shift, it came down to what I believed about myself, what I believed about God and what I was created to do, right? And in helping my clients, you know how it is, be it writing a book, starting a business, entering in a new relationship, it all boiled down to the same thing. What is it that you believe? I can't tell you what to believe, because if I believe you are like, what is it, everything but a bag of chips, but you don't believe that about yourself, then guess what? You won't apply for the job. because you don't think you're qualified. You don't believe you're qualified. If I say you can start the business, if you don't think that you have an entrepreneurial spirit, you won't start the business. So that's how I came about. You know what? Everything seems to come back to the same thing. BS. And I love to play on words, but it come down, the pot boil down to, this is some BS. This is some belief system right here. And we got to deal with that before we go to the next level.
You know what? Mindset. And I think a lot of times people refer to it as different things.
Yes.
But it always goes back to mindset, because I'm a confidence and success coach.
Yep.
And for me, I think we're both saying the same things. We're using, defining it a little differently. But for me, I found that, and it started with me initially.
Yep.
And the thing of it is, you can get the best business coaches in the world, right?
Absolutely.
You can pay top dollar, ladies. So take this in, okay? You can get the best business coaches in the world. But if you don't believe, two things, if you don't believe you can do it,
yep,
right? And you don't feel that you are worthy, it's not going to go anywhere.
No.
Because the end result is, it's up to you to put the work in. Yep. You know what I mean? So it's Absolutely. Just like, and so for me, when I think about confidence and self-confidence, what that has to do with is dealing with one's belief of themselves.
Yeah.
How do you feel about yourself and your abilities to be successful, to achieve whatever that amount of success is, or however you view it?
That's
How
right.
do you feel about that? And sometimes it's easy to look at other people and say, oh, cheer them on. Oh, they're doing great. And I wish the best for them. But then when it comes to you, yep. It's all kinds of, well, I don't know, maybe, if this, if that, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So and it all boils down to how you feel about yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because, and also too, and I think you mentioned it earlier.
Yes.
I get so excited about this show. Even other people can cheer you on.
Yeah.
And say you the bomb. Like, what would you say?
Everything but a bag of chips. Yeah.
But if you don't believe it,
yes,
you got to believe it.
Yes, absolutely. If you don't
believe it, it ain't going to go nowhere. You're not going to be able to sustain.
Correct. Because things happen, right? Things that we get told no. We go to put in a contract. Every contract that I've applied for, I haven't gotten, but that doesn't mean that I'm not a success. That doesn't mean that this is not what I'm called to do, right? And so you're right. Even if somebody's cheering us on, sometimes we have to be our best cheerleader. Look in the mirror in the morning and say, you go, girl. You got this. We're going to make it happen today. Look, write down our agenda, check things off, and stay on course, because we believe in ourselves that this is the path we're supposed to be on. This is what I'm supposed to do, and I'm going to make it happen. Because you're right. All the money spent in the world, if we don't believe it, it's just a waste.
I have to kind of mute myself because my son is like losing it in the background. So, the last thing you said was, if you don't truly believe, but it was something else I want to piggyback on. If you don't truly believe it, I know. So the ups and the downs, right? This whole entrepreneurial journey is not an easy one. So there's going to be a lot of hurdles, right, that you're going to have to jump over. You're going to have to pivot, or I like to say, you're going to have to stick and move, this works, or maybe this didn't work, or last time it worked, but this time it didn't work, right? Yes. So there's a lot of ups and downs. And the thing of it is, you know how many times, and not necessarily just with entrepreneurship, with anything in life, I have heard people say things like, oh, well, it didn't work out the first time. Like, okay, a big thing with me, and I don't know, you viewers out there, I don't know how many of you really know my story in terms of, I really began to develop my self-esteem through dance, by learning West African dance.
Yes.
And that happened in my mid-20s, okay, eons ago. But so many people, I could have just went to that dance class and was like, wow, I got 2 left feet, right? And by the way, That's the first time in my life that I ever felt like I had two left feet. I'm telling you, you be in
Wow.
class, Lisa, and I'm going this way and everybody else going this way. I've never experienced that because I've always been one that, I've always danced. And I've always loved to dance. I was good at it. I've always been pretty good at it.
Yes.
And I get to an African dance class. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was totally outside of my comfort zone. Now, I could have just easily just packed up my little bag after that class and be like, thank you to the instructor and thinking to myself, y'all ain't gonna ever see me again. But people do that all the time, right?
Yes.
And let's take it to the entrepreneurship piece. We could put a program out there
Yep.
and no one buys it, or we don't get the turnout that we had hoped.
Yes.
And we just internalize it. Oh, this wasn't what I meant to do anyway. Oh, yes, so-and-so said that I need to go somewhere and sit down, or I needed to just, keep my job with my good health insurance because I got a son that's asthmatic, right? Yes, that's my story. So I know I kind of caught y'all off guard with that one, but you know what I mean? And then you start internalizing that, you just take it and run with it. And before you know it, you done closed up shop. Right?
Exactly.
And then it's like, then it's a woulda, coulda, shoulda situation.
And that's the thing, because things are going to happen. It's like when we write a book, it doesn't automatically go to a bestseller status. Does that mean we shouldn't write another book? Absolutely not. Does that mean we don't do another program? Absolutely not. See, the dog, he's decided he wants to join in too. That's how it goes, right? But this is what I'm saying. This is the kind of stuff that happens, and we can't get discouraged, because if this is what we're supposed to do, guess what? Sometimes it gets uncomfortable. Sometimes we wonder, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? And I'll never do this again. Oh no, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to try something different. And this time, and before we realize it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is what I was working toward the entire time.
I have to laugh because you keep saying your dog is just.
Oh my gosh! And look, and then the dog decided he just wants to climb up in the window and look at all the neighbors walking past. So I'm just.
I saw you looking over there.
Like, what in the world? You've been quiet the entire time, and now all of a sudden, oh my gracious.
But like you said, this is life, and things happen. And I think, let me ask you this. Now, this is my belief. Tell me what you have found. I find that women in particular internalize a lot more. And I don't want to make it a, battle of the sexes, so to speak, but I don't think men internalize things as much as we do. I think it's much more common for us as women, if something doesn't go off exactly the way that we planned, we internalize as we did something wrong and, beat ourselves up about it. Is that what you found in your experiences?
Absolutely. And even, I believe it was, oh gosh, I forget her name, but she wrote a book about the fact that men will apply for a job that they know they don't qualify for, but they want it. But women, if we look at the qualifications, we're going to go back to school, get another degree, and all this other stuff before we apply for the job. So yes, it's been proven that that's what happens, and that's our pattern, because we're nurturers typically. Not all inclusive. I don't want to overgeneralize. But for those of us that are nurturers, it's automatic. Oh my gosh, I don't have what it takes, and I'm going to keep it here and just not do. And look at everybody else succeeding, and look at everybody else accomplishing, and not realizing the only person that's keeping me from being a success is me. It's me. So, if we keep going forward, if we keep, like you say, we keep doing the products, we stay in business and keep trying different ideas, whether or not you're watching and it's a job you want to take, keep applying for other jobs, whatever it is, relationships, even if a relationship doesn't work out, that doesn't mean you'll never get in another relationship. Try again. It's bound to be the right thing sooner or later.
Oh,
Look,
okay.
it's
You're
Friday
right.
night.
Now
He thinks it's party time, right? He's
you want to be involved, huh? It's a he, you said?
he. Uh-huh. Yep.
Are you happy you want to be involved?
Yes. Yeah. But see, but this is what I'm talking about. These are the moments that I love because this is life. This is real life right here. And I think the more people hear us talk about it,
Mhm.
encourage one another through it, and realize that hey, we can roll with it, right? We can
Mhm.
roll with it and keep going, pushing through the disappointments, pushing through the setbacks, discouragement, and being like the Queen's Roundtable. That's why I love what you do. Being around like-minded individuals so that we can encourage one another and know that we're not alone in this journey.
Yeah, I think that's so important. And I know a lot of times, you hear people say it, and but it's important to say. We have to keep saying it
Yes.
until we fully believe it.
Yes.
And then everything stems from that, in terms of us like working together,
Yep.
coming together. I think when we are more solid in who we are, what we're
Yes.
about, what we bring to the table,
Yep.
right? I
Yes.
don't know why my mouth is so dry tonight. Oh, I know why. It's like 90 degrees in my house. That's probably why.
Same
But
here.
uh, when we fully believe in ourselves and know what we bring to the table, we can relate better. And and I'm not a relationship coach or anything like that, but even in relationships, intimate relationship, business relationships,
Yes.
relationships with your family, whoever. You know what I mean? You're able to come into it with a whole different perspective.
But that's what you do as the confidence coach. You have to have a relationship. We have to have a good relationship with ourselves first before we can serve others. We can serve our clients before we can serve our communities, before we can serve our families for that fact. So, no, it's important. The first relationship and confidence we have to have is in ourselves, first and foremost.
Yep. And I'll say this, and then we can then I want to circle back to where they can find you. If you have any upcoming events or digital products, programs, or anything that you want to talk about. I wanted to say that when you really, oh my God, I almost losing my train of thought. I was going to say about it starting with you. Oh my God. Yo, I forgot my thought.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, let me piggyback a little bit. What were we just talked about? What was the last thing you
you
said?
being a confidence coach and how the most important relationship we need to have is with ourselves. So even though you're not a relationship coach and neither am I, we in essence are, because we help individuals have the best relationship they can possibly have with themselves first.
Right. Yeah, I'm telling you, I have these moments sometimes. Now watch, as soon as she starts talking and telling you all about her services, the thought is gonna come. But it's all good because if it's meant for me to say and get it out there or piggyback on it, because it was a piggyback.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yes.
It was a piggyback.
Yes.
But go ahead, tell them, how you serve and where they can find you, what you have coming up.
Please, everything is on my website. Just go to drlisatlewis.com and you'll find everything there, and be able to connect with me. And yes, please do that because I am here to serve.
Now, Lisa, is your business strictly online?
It is online, yes.
Okay.
I host things here in other places, but yes, it is online, and workshops once we start getting back to our new normal will be in person as well.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
So, you know what? Lisa and I don't know, I think I met you online I don't know if it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Probably almost 4 years ago now.
Really that
Yep.
long?
Hmm. Yeah.
Wow, time goes by so fast.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know.
Yes.
And what state are you in?
I am in Maryland. I'm
Maryland.
in
Okay,
Maryland.
okay,
Hmm.
Maryland. Okay. I have a girlfriend that's in that area too. The DC, Maryland area. But
Oh, please let
yep,
me know who she is so we can connect. Yep.
yeah, I will. I will. So, but Lisa and I have, connected and we've collaborated,
Yep.
done different things over the years. And, to me, I mean, I love collaborating. I love meeting new individuals,
Yes.
and that's why I like for us to come together with the round tables. That way everybody can get something different out of it. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm always learning. Learning is ongoing, you know.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. And you
yeah.
have some dynamic speakers. So I have sat in and I have taken so many notes. That's why I'm encouraging folks to sign up and share so
Mhm.
others can register because it's such good information.
Right. Mhm.
Just for life, period. And just everyday life, business, personal. It's just good stuff. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. So ladies, go ahead and, if you haven't, like I said, if you're watching this, you haven't registered, go ahead and click that link,
Yes.
register. That way you'll be on the email list. You can get all of the updates
Yeah.
that are going to come out that way and for future events as well. And also there is a button in there for you to join the Facebook group. Now, the purpose of the Facebook group is it will allow you to have quick access to all of the replays, as well as the different panels that we have going on throughout the conference,
Yeah.
as well as entertainment. Okay, so I do
Yay.
have some entertainment. I have some dancers, some spoken word artists, and some singers. So, check it out. Do both things, step one and step two. And that way you can, in case you missed, anyone's presentation, or even if you didn't catch us from the beginning, you can sit,
Exactly.
you know what
Yes.
I mean, at your own pace, your own time, and watch it again. Pause
Yes.
it, take notes, or, whatever you want to do. But just make sure you do it. This is a free event.
Yeah.
And if you are wanting to level your business up, you are wanting to increase your, personal development, professional development, leadership development, you definitely want to partake in all of the different speakers. And we have a variety of specialties coming together under one roof.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Did you have anything else you want to say?
No, thank you so much
Okay.
again. I've had a
You're
ball.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you again. And ladies, again, we have tomorrow, Saturday evening, we will be back at 7 p.m. So stay tuned. Like I said, if you have not registered, go ahead and register, but don't go too far. Like I said, tomorrow at 7 p.m., we will be back. We're starting again. So I'm Jack Wickaby Harrison, your host for A Queen's Roundtable Quarterly Symposium, which is what you are catching us on right now. This happens in January, May, and September. And the goal of the objective is to provide personal, professional, and leadership development for those women entrepreneurs out there that are looking to take their business to the next level. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to say good night for now, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Okay. All right. Take care, ladies.